Freyja, the golden-haired and blue-eyed goddess, was also at times a personification of the earth. As such, she married Odr, a symbol of the summer sun, whom she loved dearly. They had 2 daughters together, Hnoss and Jessemi. These maidens were so beautiful that all things lovely and precious were called by their names. While Odr lingered at her side, Freyja was smiling and happy. But alas, the god had a roaming nature, and wearying of his wife's company, he suddenly took off to wander the wide world. Freyja, sad and forsaken, wept abundantly, and her tears fell upon the hard rocks, which softened at their touch. We are told that as they trickled down to the center of the stones, they turned into pure gold. Weary of her lonely condition, and longing to clasp her beloved in her arms once again, Freyja set out in search of her husband. She passed through many different lands, and in these lands she gained many different names. She inquired of all whom she met if her husband had passed that way. She shed tears everywhere as she went, and that is why gold can be found all over the earth. And Freyja next came nigh with golden tears, the loveliest goddess she in heaven, by all most honored after Odin's wife. Her long ago the wandering Odr took as mate, but left her to roam distant lands. Since then she seeks him and weeps tears of gold. Far away in the sunny south, under the flowering myrtle tree, Freyja found Odr at last. Her love being restored to her, she was happy, smiling and radiant as a bride. It is perhaps because Freyja found her husband beneath the flowering myrtle that the northern brides to this day will wear myrtle in preference to the conventional orange wreath of other climes. Hand in hand, Odr and Freyja gently made their way back north, and in the light of their happiness the grass grew, the flowers bloomed, and the birds sang, for all of nature sympathized with her joy just as it had with her sorrow. Out of the morning land over the snowdrifts beautiful Freyja came, tripping to soaring. White were the moorlands and frozen before her, green were the moorlands and blooming behind her. Out of her gold locks shaking the spring flowers, out of her garments shaking the south winds. Around in the birches awakening the throstles, loving and love-giving came she to scoring. The prettiest plants and flowers in the north are named Freyja's hair and Freyja's eye-dew, while the butterfly was also called Freyja's hen. This goddess was supposed to have had a special affection for fairies, whom she loved to watch dancing in the moonbeams, and for whom she reserved her daintiest flowers and sweetest honey. Odr, Freyja's husband, besides being considered a personification of the sun, was also regarded to be an emblem of passion. So the ancients declared it was no wonder his wife could not be happy without him.